Love is available to us at any moment. And not just any love, true love. The transformative power of love is present in the mundane, the friends and family we choose, and our ability to connect with and care for those we do not yet know. So, what does it mean to experience true love? I hold Thich Nhat Hanh's declaration that true love includes a feeling of deep joy that we are alive. Indeed, true love is that which puts us in touch with gratitude for life itself, connects us to the joy of presence, and centers us in the simple peace of being. It's easy to frame it in the context of a romantic true love. We know what that looks like, right? One person meets another with whom everything just clicks. The world falls away and it's just them enjoying each other in an experience of shared time and space. In the honeymoon stage of new romance, little annoyances slip by, and even larger difficulties are more manageable. Walking hand in hand with a partner, life's challenges are just minor inconveniences. Everything feels lighter when we're in love. Doesn't that sound like a dream? True love, in that sense, sounds like a wonderful way to live our lives. There's a reason why so many hearts flutter at the fairy tale ending of a good love story. One of those stories that really pulls at our tears as we fear the loss of true love, and then leads us into a comforting promise of everything working out. These stories give us hope and tell us that true love, love that holds on to the goodness of one another and finds a way to resist with joy in the face of suffering, true love has power. I think there's something in these love stories that calls us into memory or imagining of family love as well. Romantic love stories are often leading towards the idea of the ultimate family we choose, deciding who we want to spend our lives with in a dedicated way, and maybe even planning to grow that family with children. However we experience the love or lack of love within our families as we grew, the beginning or the solidifying of a partnership can be a powerful vision of our future dreams. It's that powerful vision of that dream in our future that keeps us holding on as we discover the intricacies of a new connection. You really like this person. You might even think they could be the one. But then you find out they're really into professional wrestling. Isn't that the staged fighting with the fake blood and the funny suits? They're into that? But here is love to transform your perspective. And so you choose to see the childish joy at this person's heartfelt enjoyment of a good match. And 3 years later, you're the one leaving the live show with no voice because you cheered so loud. True love. This doesn't just happen with a dear friend or lover who we choose to link our heart to. We can see this in the way true love for a child transforms our capacity to withstand a lot of suffering. Now, I struggle with this one big time because for me, parenting has been, while filled with so much joy, the greatest challenge of my life. Tapping into this idea, this lens of true love, though, it helps me to focus on what matters most when I'm facing a stressful situation with my child. I was recently blessed with a powerful example of how to do this from one of the most amazing women I've ever encountered in my life. My mother-in-law is a shimmering vision of unconditional true love. I have always known her to hold a sense of relaxed peace and gentle grace and care, but to see her with our 3-year-old son is to see her truly come alive. She loves that boy with a true love that, quite frankly, kind of baffles me. Despite his opposition and defiance, she continues to radiate this pure love for him that reaches him during challenging situations in a way I am still learning how to navigate. We had the gift of her presence with us for a few weeks last month, and I learned so much from the way she interacted with Tony during that time. I watched her with awe as each time Tony asked her to play or called, "Hey, Grandma, look at this!" her full attention swiveled to embrace him. She became deeply involved with every sentence, new wrestling trick, and game. In my busy working mom brain, it can feel so hard for me to drop everything like that. And while yes, circumstances for a parent versus a grandparent caring for or spending time with a child are very different, I realized she was connected with a different perspective, and not just within her interactions with her grandson. Her love is so pure, it just radiates with everything she does. From the way she plays action figures, getting down on the floor and really getting into each move, to the careful way she washes each dish in the sink, to the way she comforts me when I share my sadness with her. Her actions are a mindful extension of the love in her heart. In over 5 years of knowing her, I have never once seen her groan or bemoan a task, flush with anger, or utter an unkind word. She is a woman I look up to, and not because she does not also feel the pain of injustice or resonate with the challenges we face on a daily basis in life, but because, despite all that, she rises each day to meet the world with true love. In How to Love, Thich Nhat Hanh says, "Reverence is the nature of our love." It is that quality of reverence that I see my mother-in-law give to the world, and it is that quality that I believe opens the door to transformation. When we can connect with a sense of reverence for that which surrounds us, to view things with deep respect, acknowledging the inherent worth and dignity of those we encounter, and hold the majesty of our interconnectedness with the tiniest elements of this great web of life, anything can become the object of our affection. True love does not need to be romantic love, but can be the way in which we open our palms to catch a drop of rain, the quiet vision of a curl of steam rising from a morning cup of coffee, or the moment of listening to another's tears. True love exists whenever we meet the moment with that reverence. When we are faced with frustration, battling pain, or feeling the hurt of the world, returning to love can be a pathway back to our center. If, As Thich Nhat Hanh proclaims, true love has the power to heal and transform any situation and bring deep meaning to our lives. It must be through the way we see things. If we look deep enough, we can find that which calls our love alive. The fulfillment of truly enjoying something routine simply because it reminds us of the fact that we are alive, here to enjoy it, simply because it exists here with us in this moment. The true nature of unique wholeness that lies within each and every creature and being. That connection of humanity in each person we encounter that can bring us back together despite our differences. True love sees past the flaws, the differences, the unpleasantness. It can help us to place a sort of filter over those things from which we might otherwise turn away from, not in such a way that removes problematic elements, but in a way that allows us to acknowledge them and then go beneath to see and hold on to the knowledge of inherent goodness within. True love gives us a vision of wholeness, hope, and healing. When we use that lens to approach a challenging situation, such as an individual with whom we might have had a conflict, we can find a way forward that is rooted in compassion. I am a firm and hopeful believer that when two parties come to the table to work something out, if they truly start from a place of love and can return to a breath of love when things get tough, that love will find a way. So how can we connect with this true love lens? William James says that the greatest weapon against stress is our ability to choose one thought over another. In that vein, whether we face discomfort, fear, or pain, we get to choose love. Over and over and over again, we get to choose to look with love upon ourselves, upon others, and upon the world. There is something to love, to be loved, and it's up to us to find it. Just as we choose to see the childish fun and overlook our previous judgments about our new love interest's favorite hobby, we can choose to find the good in each moment. Choosing love is not always easy, but when we can find it, and if we can hold on to it for just a moment, it can transform our day, our way, our very quality of being. Making this choice to choose love again is also what transforms the quality of our action. When we approach a task like doing the dishes with a lens of love, we might take it on with care instead of just rushing through it. When we see others with this deep sense of reverence, we must interact with them in a new way. With this view, we might articulate the way in which we pause to listen more earnestly. We might empathize more with their struggles, and as Dr. Cornel West reminds us that justice is what love looks like in public, that true love calls us to stand up for and demand better for our fellow human beings. May this choice continue to call us deeper into action, and when we are weary from walking the long path of justice, may we still choose love, and may that love carry us forward a little while longer. As Unitarian Universalists, we hold love at the very core of our values. We assert that there is more love somewhere because we know that it is everywhere, just waiting to be revealed in our tender awareness. As we journey through the next day, week or chapter of our lives, may we find opportunities to feel true love. May we take that breath in, filling up with love, and release into peace, letting go of distortions and opening to the essence of all things, which is love. And when it is hard to find, may we dig a little deeper. May we search harder and know that just when it all feels too hard to bear and we break down, love will find a way to make itself known, blazing into our vision with a burst of a bird song or the laughter of a child that says, yes, there is still something to connect to, something to experience with pleasure, somewhere to sink in and remove our trying. There is love here. It is within you. It is all around you. And it will always be there when you are ready to find it. Que así sea. Bendito sea. May it be so. Blessed be. Amen.